Well, good morning, everybody. This is Lance with the National Weather Service, and much like what Dan was speaking to you about yesterday, we'll continue the discussion here this morning and give you any updates on our winter weather possibilities here for later today and tonight. So let's just start off with some key messages here. We're going to see an area of light rain that'll overspread portions of the area today, and it could be also mixed with a little bit of sleet. Not expecting any significant impacts in our forecast area as the precipitation area is shifting south as temperatures drop below freezing late tonight. So we were seeing this yesterday in the models, and we're continuing to see that today. We are, however, monitoring our southwest areas. So in particular, that would be Austin County, Colorado, northern Jackson, and kind of western portions of Wharton. And that would be in case we do get a very little bit of accumulation tonight of some freezing rain. So it's not necessarily in the forecast, but it's a possibility in that area. So it looks like it would be only like advisory level if that were to occur. And we'll show you some graphics on the, again, of that same area of concern. So this morning, what's happening? So this is about 45 minutes ago. We took a look at some of the surface observations, and you can see some very light precipitation. This is light rain down here around Matagorda Bay, and that's generally moving kind of off to the east northeast if you looped it. There's also some really patchy areas of light rain kind of in central Texas, kind of north of Austin and back towards Burleson. But this area is kind of around freezing, a little bit above freezing in our area, so none of this right now would be too problematic. It wouldn't be problematic in southeast Texas. Could be a little bit of accumulation happening west of our area, kind of north of Austin. It's very windy out there. We have a wind advisory along the coast. You can see we're gusting to 37 down there in Galveston, also inland some high gusts. So these strong northerly winds will continue today, ushering in some cooler air behind our cold front that moved through last night. So just to kind of give you a summary of what's out there right now, we have winter storm warnings in pink. That's generally Corpus Christi, Brownsville area down here. And then we have a winter weather advisory in effect, San Antonio, Austin area. And then a wind advisory along the coast, some gale warnings offshore, and also small craft advisory up further in the northern part of the coastal waters. Again, we are kind of watching this area. If you look here on the right, this is our high resolution ensemble forecast. So it's kind of pulling together all of our high resolution models and kind of summing up the information for freezing rain potential. So you can see it is actually showing some very, very light accumulations kind of right on the edge of our area, kind of northern Jackson, maybe far northwest Colorado. But most of the accumulation is west of southeast Texas. But again, we're kind of watching that area. If it were to get a little cooler quicker tonight as the rain is kind of pushing south, that would be the area where we could see some very light freezing rain. So again, it may not happen. It may not be enough precipitation when it's cold enough. So that's the area that kind of highlighted in oval that we're watching here during the day. And if there was if we do issue winter weather advisory, that would probably be where it would be. Dan showed this yesterday, the image on the right, kind of looping another high resolution model that we use, the rapid refresh. And so there's a lot of information here, and you can kind of digest with it. We're starting off here at 8 a.m. today. We're getting some of this light precipitation occurring west of our area, north of Austin, which we showed in the observations. And then on the left, I'm for the next 24 hours in purple dashed in the model. Slightly too warm, a little bit too far north with the freezing line tonight, especially western line will get into Jackson County, just west of our area with the cold air advection. But kind of use that for the trends along with the precipitation. So again, it's highlighting the same thing that we've been talking about, is that we expect to kind of move in western and northern parts of the area. Temperatures for tonight, this is a deterministic forecast, so it could be slightly off. So it could be a little bit cooler, a degree or two than what you're seeing here. So that puts the freezing line probably in northern Harris, maybe, maybe drifts a little bit further south than that. Again, this would be the temperatures at, say, 6 a.m. And then it kind of bends down to the south in our western areas. Pretty cold up north. We expect some mid to upper 20s there in the northern areas, but that area we think will be dry for sure tonight up there, kind of north of Conroe, that whole area. Shouldn't see any precipitation. So very similar to what we talked about yesterday, just kind of summing it up again today for you. So impacts and confidence. Period of cold rain mixed with some sleet is possible today and into the evening, because that could continue into around midnight or maybe just after midnight for portions in the southwest areas. And then again, some patchy freezing rain is also possible tonight in the western, very far southwest western areas. So this would produce minimal impacts. We were asked yesterday, some of the what ifs. If it turned a little bit colder, or the precipitation lingered a couple hours longer, that would definitely increase the patchy icing on elevated surface threat against those areas that I was talking about earlier. And our confidence, I would say, is medium to high. We're not seeing many changes today in the model guidance from what we saw yesterday. And we still have this expectation of some mixed wintry precip, but with minimal, like I said, minimal impact across almost all of the area here. So that's kind of what it's looking like. And I will go ahead